So chat, I may have went down a rabbit hole today because I discovered this new drug that apparently just passed phase 2 of testing, so it's not like completely available to everyone yet. Maybe next year or 2027. It's called Retatrutide. I was first made aware of this drug via a Twitter post that shared this screenshot of a Reddit post. In this post, it says, potential Reta symptom was transgender, now I'm not. I took Reta for a month and a half, started out trans, been mostly done transitioning everything but surgeries. I was very sure, but a month after I stopped Reta, I'm detransitioning. I read that it was being researched for anti-hedonistic uses. Wonder if this counts as that. Edit, I don't care about your upvotes. I was transitioning for 4 years. I was a few months away from affording SRS, and then it was gone. Dysphoria being a girl. I just want to know if it's the Reta or not. No, I don't have AGT. I'm Aero Ace. Hedonism was used because Reta is an anhedonist. So obviously, considering I didn't know what this drug was, I decided to ask a doctor, not Grok, ChatGPT. And so right here, I just typed in explain Retatrutide, and then, ChatGPT gave me some answers. And obviously, ChatGPT is not a doctor, and please do not take this video or what ChatGPT has to say as any sort of medical advice. So ChatGPT reads, Retatrutide is an investigational weight loss and diabetes drug developed by Eli Lilly. It's a triple hormone receptor agonist, meaning it activates 3 key metabolic hormone receptors at once. So let's just skip down to the clinical trial results as of 2024, where it says up to 24% average weight loss over 48 weeks in people with obesity, but without diabetes. So 48 weeks, that is just about a year. Like, 1 month off just about. That seems like an oddly specific time frame. But it also has significant improvements in blood sugar control in people with type 2 diabetes. The potential benefits include greater weight loss than existing drugs, improved metabolic control, may offer benefits in fatty liver disease, once weekly injection. Some of the side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, or constipation, possible increase in heart rate, still under investigation for long-term safety. As of mid-2025, it's still in clinical trials, not yet FDA approved, and Eli Lilly is aiming for possible approval in late 2025 or 2026 depending on results. So, I decided, let's take a look at this subreddit, the top of all time, to see exactly what the results are of this drug. And as we can see, this is the top post of all time, 1 month on Reta. One of the side effects is that he no longer has to wear glasses, so there's that. And also he's black. As for a real post, we have this one where it says 229 pounds, 55.9% body fat, and that's down to 140 pounds, 27.7% body fat. That is an impressive transformation. So this one is a bit of a slideshow, 1 year weight loss journey result. So we have this first photo, and then I'm assuming, okay, here's more of a side profile. And as we continue on, I mean, with that angle, it's not exactly descriptive of anything. And yeah, that definitely is a lot skinnier. And that is over the course of 1 year. Quit cocaine on Retatrutide. Let's see what this is all about. Hello all, I used to be addicted to cocaine as the title implies, but ever starting Retatrutide, my cravings have been disappeared and I am officially 6 weeks clean today. Well, maybe you should consider better spelling because it felt wrong reading that sentence. That is not a grammatically correct sentence. Comparing the big three, Sema, Tiras, and Reta, a moderate deep dive. These graphs are all going above my head, and frankly, I don't think any of you want me to try to understand comprehending this before I should probably read this off screen actually. So with only 9 weeks, which is just around over 2 months just about, and you can see that's still quite a bit of progress. She has more abdominals, they're more prominent in that second photo. Not saying she's particularly fat in the first one. In fact, I don't know how she got on the clinical trial for Reta, if she's like that normal looking. But yeah, is this like the female equivalent of taking TRT? New me thanks to Reta, and as you can see, the top of these images have the metadata of when these photos were taken. So we can see January 2nd to May 31st. So around a 5-month difference. And this is damn impressive. 322.6 to 199? That is insane. Oh, and you can see for yourself. That is crazy. And you only inject this like once a week? That is insane progress. This ought to be interesting. From a former athlete to fat people, I'm sorry I was wrong. I was an athlete my entire life. I have always viewed fat and obese people as lacking willpower or lazy or not properly educated on the correct food groups, or that the FDA and their stupid, completely wrong triangle was all to blame. Then I got an insulinoma. Then I got an insulinoma. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna keep that in. I've done this like 5 times already. Which resulted in a metabolic disorder, and I gained 61 pounds in 2 months. No matter what I did, I could not lose the weight. I now know there is so much more at play, and while some people may lack willpower, the majority are just held hostage by the biomechanics of their body. Today marks the first day of finally getting below a 25 BMI and into the normal weight category. This was due to Reta changing my metabolic disorder back to a manageable state. Reta stopped my body from constantly pumping out insulin, which gave me the energy and focus back to find the underlying cause through diagnostic testing. And my surgery is coming soon at Sloan Kettering in NYC. I literally owe my life to Reta, and I hope it provides many people the relief they deserve. My outlook on life has forever changed, and I hope you all appreciate how lucky we are. Living in a time where obesity and type 2 diabetes will in the next few years nearly be eradicated, and our longevity and duality, I'm assuming this means duality, of life will be skyrocketing. Too often Reddit is all about fighting or always being right, but I think it's more important that we sometimes stop to admit when we are wrong. I was wrong, and I got to see that by walking a day in someone else's shoes. Well, congratulations to this guy. He got down some pounds because he took Reta after getting a metabolic disorder. 8 months before and after, 106 pounds down, 25 to 35 to go. That is an insane transformation. Honestly, like, he really does not need the extra 25, but you know what? Might as well. My Reta experience so far, and yeah, you can definitely see, especially in like that lower thigh area. Also just the waist and just about everything. This is thanks to Tears Then Reta. And yeah, it's a night and day difference. You can see that's like a 2XL maybe right there, and that's probably like a medium. Look at that! The glow up is insane, but I will say the lighting in the left photo compared to the right is definitely helping the case. Magic drug. Dude, this literally is magic. Like, what is this? I genuinely am curious, like, how long did it take for this transformation to occur? New Reta study is out. Surprised it's awesome. This definitely does sound awesome. 4-month Reta transformation, 260 to 213. He doesn't I mean, he looks pretty tall in this photo, obviously. You know, it's just like a mirror selfie. But yeah, he doesn't look particularly bad. It's not like, he's not in bad shape, but he's not like particularly good looking. But then, let's see. Well, damn. Whoa, well, damn. I did it. 322.6 pounds. How? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, he definitely has the gut on him, and the man boobs too. 199. Oh my goodness. Not natty. 6-year transformation that has included Reta is since January of 2025. See, I can respect this considering this was like 6 years ago, and only to get across that finish line. I really would like to see the before and after Reta. Like, what did he look like at the end of 2024? Best shape of my life. I'm assuming this is after Reta. Oh yeah, okay, now we can see the before and after. And yeah, that is definitely a difference right there. Okay, this may be a little thirst trappy. And then we see another post, maybe dissenting, going against the grain. This sub has turned into mostly steroid users posting pics of themselves. I'm more interested in seeing stories of how this peptide changes lives, not Cole's the hunger for vanity projects. I'm out. Title says it all. Best of luck to all of you folks using this to get healthy. That is hilarious. And of course, the top comment. Hey, OP, don't be so critical. This sub has lots more than dudes taking photos of themselves, mostly in public bathrooms, my favorite of the genre. It also has people who don't know how to use Google. People asking for sources who also don't know how to use Google. Honorable mention, 16-year-olds asking if they should get on GLP-1s. No. People can't figure out how to use a peptide calculator. The people who can't figure out how to use a peptide calculator and put themselves in the hospital. And the ever popular, where do you get your Reta? Can you DM me? Yeah, a lot of these is literally just, hey, I used to be fat, now I'm not. I mean, this is not all finally considered overweight and not obese. How long was this transformation? Like 1 week, 1 month, maybe 33 days. I mean, that is a huge improvement for only 1 month. Huge improvement given that time frame. 4 months progress on Reddit. See, 4 months can definitely feel like a long time, but then, oh wait, when are we getting to? Yeah, that's like, what is 4 months? Like 120 days? And considering, like, what does it take injecting this and then going to the gym, say, let's just say 3-4 times a week? I'm genuinely curious. How expensive is this stuff? Got my dad on Retatrutide, down 6 pounds in a week, and finally fucking gets it. All right, let's see. This seems to be a huge story right here. My dad's 55, diabetic, 265 pounds, and he's been falling apart slowly for years. Swollen foot, shitty left eye, low energy, and just stuck in the cycle of meds, doctors, and no progress. And to make it worse, because of his current job situation and finances, he doesn't have insurance right now. He's been having to travel abroad just to see doctors and get basic meds. It's fucked up, and it's exhausting watching someone you love grind through that with no real help. That's honestly a big reason why I got Retatrutide in the first place. I didn't want to be him in 10 years. I've been on it for 3 months and dropped 40 pounds, the biggest change in that I'm not a slave to food anymore. The cravings, the binge cycles, all that bullshit, it doesn't run me now. I actually feel like I'm in charge for once. Obviously, I want him to try it too, but getting him on board was a battle. He's the most stubborn old school hard ass you'll ever meet. The minute I told him it was from China, he flipped out. Hell no, I'm not putting Chinese chemicals in my body. That's the last fucking thing I'm doing. Full on rage mode, slammed the idea without even listening. And I'll be real, I thought about printing a fake Ozempic label and just slapping it on a vial to get him to shut up and try it, but nah. I decided to be straight with him. I showed him my little fridge stash, laid out exactly how it worked for me, explained the side effects, told him what to expect, then I pulled up Reddit threads, TikToks, testimonials, whatever I could find. I spelled it all out. I brought receipts. We also had some real talks. He's never done drugs, never drank. His addiction has always been food. He fucking loves to cook, loves to eat, especially sweets, heavy meals, rich shit. That's always been his escape. He's a binge eater, plain and simple. The man doesn't know what moderation is, especially when he's stressed or bored. Before he started the Retatrutide, he asked me if it would ruin food for him and it would make him stop enjoying it altogether. I told him no, it wouldn't take food away from him. He still love it, still enjoy eating. The difference was that it wouldn't control him anymore, and for him that clicked in a way none of the doctor lectures or diet talks ever had. After a couple more conversations, and me low-key applying pressure, he finally agreed to give it a week. 1 week later, and he's down 6 pounds. I told him not to get too hyped since it's probably mostly water weight, but the real win. He said his brain was quiet, no food noise, no obsessing over what to eat next, no cravings hijacking his day, just stillness. That shit blew his mind. Side effects: light nausea, a little constipation for a day or two, and his heart rate ticked up about 7 BPM. He's got an Apple Watch, nothing major, nothing scary, but we're keeping an eye on it and monitoring closely just to be safe. I also got him a Planet Fitness membership and told him working out is non-negotiable if he's staying on this, especially lifting. I don't want him burning muscle while the weight comes off. Retatrutide looks more muscle sparing than other GLP-1s from what I've read, but still you sit on your ass and don't train, you'll lose strength. We're starting light, just twice a week, but it's something. It's early, but this feels like a legit fucking breakthrough. If you're trying to get someone in your life to take this step, lead with your own results. Don't just nag, show them. Be the proof, and when they're ready, they'll remember how hard you fought to pull them out. Proud of the old man, proud of myself for not giving up on him. Let's fucking go. The top comment is, you're a good son and your dad is lucky to have you. Yeah, chat, tell me what you think about this whole story, because yeah, he definitely convinced his dad to take Retta. Test monkey, 15 milligrams a weem. That is a crazy gut right there. And that is a crazy transformation too. My experience, you can see the before, and oh my goodness. Wow. 6-month update. Old me versus new. Oh my goodness. You know what? This one seems funny. Please, my brothers and sisters in Christ, by the time you get to the Retatrutide sub, you should know the difference between milligrams and milliliters. I don't think I need to elaborate further. That is such a Reddit moment. Yeah, but definitely a lot of these just seem to be a just transformation. Hey, this is what I took, like 6 months of Retta, and this is how I look now. Again, down here, 11 months and 95 pounds down. That is very impressive. But yeah, I am very interested in seeing where like GLP-1 drugs and just this Retta stuff goes from here. Because wow, this is crazy. And we could see the end of obesity as we know it, which would be an insane breakthrough. Like, what are the obesity rates? Let's ask Grok. What is the obesity rate in America? Dude, we're gonna see like the RFK-ification of America. It's gonna be huge. So approximately 40% of US adults aged 20 and older have obesity. Now, I want to see this breakdown between like generations, because I feel like the obesity rate will be older, or I feel like the obesity rate would be higher as you get older. Maybe a little less so when it comes to like the boomer age at this point. Okay, so adults aged 40 to 59 have the highest obesity rates of 46.4 compared to 35.5 for ages 20 to 39 and 38.9 for those 60 and older. So yeah, that's quite a bit of a disparity. Like there is a like around a 11% difference between, you know, the kind of younger people, younger adults and those middle-aged. That is a big jump. So yeah, this is a very interesting development when it comes to the whole GLP-1 Ozempic stuff, because I feel like Ozempic kind of fell off recently. I haven't heard much about it. To be fair, I'm not in like the steroid using, weightlifting, weight loss community. I especially don't browse such communities on Reddit nowadays. But definitely do tell me what you think of this drug so far. And, you know, comment that down below. Have a conversation. This has been another Manic Reddit adventure. If you want to contact me, please consider following me on Twitter and, of course, becoming a member to where you can join my members-only Discord server. And if you're interested in these sorts of videos where I'm just kind of like discovering stuff, I found this to be quite interesting, very cool. And you are very cool for watching all the way through. Have a great one. Goodbye.